the things that they have done before the lesson is that they have 10 lessons in total in this project, and the 9 lessons before this lesson, that is the final lesson. So they create the project. They created the project and they follow different steps, and they have done surveys, and they go to the different around the school asking to the partners, what do you think about do you recycle in the school? Do you put the paper in the blue bin or in the yellow bin? So they are doing surveys. They have to analyze this information, and after they have to create a presentation with this information, obviously, and after they have to create 10 eco-habits actions that they are doing in the school, and after also they have to create an infographic with all the information. And before the lesson they have to put everything in their digital portfolio, and today we are going to do the assessment of their work. The goal of this lesson obviously is assess the work, but to check that they are self-conscious of what they are doing. So it's very important that they check if they work hard or not during the project. If they are learning how to help the partners, or how to encourage my partners when I am doing this activity, or how to say that maybe my partner has a good idea and it's not mine. So all these things that they have to try to evaluate how they are working in groups. So I think that the more or less the competence that they are learning on this lesson is try to rethink what they are doing before this lesson or during all the project. They are working in a project at this moment, in an eTwinning project, and they are going to do the assessment in the next lesson that you are going to watch or to look. They are doing the assessment, and you can find there that they are doing the peer assessment. Okay, they have to some kind of contract with their partners, and after they are going to do the self-assessment with a bullseye. All right, and they have to use a rubric that they have all the things that we tell them that they need to be prepared to have a maximum mark, and after they are going to, with the bullseye, they are going to check if they are doing right or if they have to improve next time. And more or less this is the assessment that they are going to be in the final lesson of the project. So the challenge that occurs on the lesson is that there are some groups that they don't obtain an agreement, they don't achieve the agreement, and if they don't achieve the agreement, they cannot sign the peer assessment. So the thing that when happen these things, so me in this case, the teacher has to go there and try to interact with them, and they have to explain what's happened there and try to speak with some parts of the why they don't agree. So at the end, we are discussing, we are talking about what's happened there, why these actions are happening, and if they can change their mind or not. It's not necessary that they have to change their mind, but they have to explain me what is happening in the peer assessment to obtain these results, why they are not signing. And after, so the challenge is try that they are going to do an agreement, and at the end they do it because they try to finish the discussion and to do other things. I told them that maybe I have to, if they don't have an agreement, they are not going to have the punctuation, and I'm going to decide the punctuation for them. Or maybe the punctuation will be 0 because they don't have an agreement, and maybe it's because they are not working as a team group. So I have to try to guide them how to resolve the problem. But sometimes it's very hard, and sometimes it's very easy, depending on the group and depending on the components of the group.